Reading waves is one of the hardest things for a beginner or intermediate surfer to do. Heck, even seasoned experts have trouble selecting the right waves some days. But I believe it is the #1 factor that will lead to catching better waves and improving your surfing faster, not to mention increasing your enjoyment factor. But to improve wave reading, let's start off with a brief explanation of where deep water or ground swells come from by Keith Meldale.
Storm, you can think of a storm as like a wave factory that cranks out a bunch of waves in a short period of time, and those waves travel out from the storm area. If you look at the ocean in a storm, it's a real chaotic mess. There's lots of different waves of different wavelengths all trying to move away from the storm area. But if you let these waves travel away, they'll disperse. They'll separate according to different speeds.
Now, the longer the distance these waves that are created by the storm travel, the more organized they become, allowing the more distance between them, called a wave period or interval, which is measured in seconds. As a rule of thumb, if the wave period is over 14 seconds, then you need to be prepared to cancel all family arrangements, not to mention you'd better be prepared to phone in sick to work that day. Because generally, these waves have traveled a further distance, which has given them more time to create more energy. From a distance, these waves sometimes don't appear of much, but the closer they get to shore, the more they slow down from the friction of the ocean bottom, and the more they push up, creating a more stable face for us surfers to surf. Although finding a point or reef break can be helpful to create a direction that the wave will break and a curl of energy breaking for us to surf in front of. Now, surface waves can visually seem tantalizing and tempting because they may stand up quicker and look like a great wave, although they often don't have the same energy that is built up from a distant storm that the ground swell has. So if we paddle for the surface swell wave, we often feel puzzled because they die out quickly, and either we are in for a short ride or we can't catch them because they have already lost their power as they crest. What can really make choosing the right wave finicky is some days there are both types of waves in the lineup, and developing a good eye to spot a ground swell wave that usually doesn't appear of much but has a good distance between it and the previous wave is an art that helps with time spent in the water. Of course, there are a lot of other variables and other factors such as wave direction, swell, rip curls causing backwash, and positioning yourself near the peak of the wave that will affect how well you surf the waves. But understanding the difference between ground swell and surface swell is going to be a huge factor that will help improve your surfing drastically. Now, I just want to remind you that I am by no means an expert, because I am merely a kook that is just trying to figure all this out and hopefully inspire you as I go. But I will say this, a really great surfer once told me, as a longboarder, to go for the ones that look flatter but have a good period between sets. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope these tips have helped inspire you in some way, shape, or form with your surfing. Be sure to hit subscribe if you haven't done so already, and feel free to share this video if you know of anybody that might benefit from watching it. And above all, stay stoked. We'll see you guys next time. You!